One. Hey! Oh, this is Tony audio.
No.
Wait, I'm hearing myself. Oh, wait, okay. All right, just checking audio, video. It is my setup, so it's always a bit, takes a bit of time to get it right.
Yeah.
Oh, I can already see the following message gets hit by Tony. That's not good. Let's put that here. Oh, Tony's quality is terrible.
What?
Why is this? I'm also gonna move the chat to the middle. There we go. We're actually not in the middle at all. What is this Gav setup? I think I have more space than Tony does. Bum, bum, bum. Let's put it here. Put it here. There we go. Wait, so Tony, if you say something, how is the audio? Let me just check that.
Yes. Test 1, 2, 3. I can say a lot of things, depending on what you want me to say. Could work all day if needed.
Good. I think your audio is good. It's just that your video is terrible.
That's a good question. I didn't set up the video.
Yeah, I mean, this is just standard. So we're using this standard collab cam from Streamlabs, and it's all green. It's all green. It's just, does this have any settings? I don't think it does. Cam seems frozen. That could also be my fault, actually. I'm so confused.
Well, I'm confused.
I think you're kind of moving. It's just like, it's literally like 1 frame per second. Based on the mic quality, it does seem okay. He's complete. Oh, did it just pop up, or is it just 1 frame that is good? Mic isn't great either. Okay.
It's a MacBook microphone. I can do this. Oh no, I'm not in Germany. Thanks for asking, Nico. No, Nano card.
But then, is your audio like? Is it audible? That's my question for the chat.
Yeah, for the chat.
Because if the video is really laggy, like of course it kind of sucks. But then if the audio is still good, we'll just kind of live with it because I don't want to go through the trouble of setting it up in a different way. So if the audio is acceptable, then we'll just continue with this. Just need somebody to confirm if the audio is good or not. But yeah, I guess you also need to talk.
Oh, yeah. Is my audio good? Yes, good question.
It goes robotic at times. Audio's good enough. Okay. It's great. Okay, it's passable. I'll take passable. This is the best.
Okay.
Okay. Then we'll just take this then. So it should be the case that we are both live on YouTube and Twitch. So hello YouTube, hello Twitch. Most of you are on Twitch still, but I see that YouTube is getting more and more audience for streaming. I think mostly because Twitch has just been a asshole lately, but it's a different topic. So welcome to the Friday live stream. Today joining me is Tony. Is it this side? Otherwise, Tony. And
Yes,
and Tony has been with us for about a month and a half, something like that, almost 2 months.
yeah, almost 2 months, yeah.
And so for a lot of you, he's probably a familiar name because he is also known as Tiny Brain, Big Brain AFK, or sometimes Tiny Brain AFK. I'm not sure exactly. You change your name quite
Tiny
often.
also works.
Yeah.
No. I changed it like once.
I don't know what that man. It's So also known from Discord, and we're gonna jump a little bit into his history here, but then So he is joining the software development team. So he'll be working on. So he's not going to be as visible as Simon is when it comes to like, because he's mostly working on utility and he posts the releases and that kind of stuff. But then he's more on like the back end side of things. So, but what you can do is like anytime something breaks for you in the hub, you can just tag Tony and he'll fix it for you, right?
Ah, yeah, totally. I'll jump right in and put it on the list for future Tony. He'll be so grateful.
Well, I see some questions about your background. I'm gonna reserve those questions a bit for later because I want to jump into some like news first, and then we can dedicate all the time to talk with Tony. But first, how are you guys doing? How is everybody? Getting ready for the weekend? Is it cold? How is it? How cold is it for you, Tony, right now? Minus 3 or 4?
No, it's -2 according to the thermometer, but I'm sitting in a nice warm living room. 15 degrees, good enough for me.
15? That's still pretty cold.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty warm actually, in my opinion. I mean, at least I'm wearing a sweater and all that, so I would say it's passable and it keeps the energy bill low because we all know prices these days, so
Yeah, energy prices is insane. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
through the roof.
Yeah. But with the energy prices, I actually got a bit lucky because I got new rates like last September or October, which is like peak time to get new rates. But
Yeah.
then later it turned out that my energy supplier actually made a mistake, and that according to my contract, it was not allowed to raise my rates at all. So I'm still gonna go back to early January 2022 rates, which is basically nothing compared to now.
Yeah.
And then starting from next year, the Dutch government is going to have this price cap, so I should still be kind of safe with all the rates. So that's good.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds pretty damn lucky, actually.
Yeah, very very lucky. Yeah, because otherwise like it would have been pretty crazy. Wow. Let's see. Oh, I need to get used to having 2 chats open at a time. Yeah, outside is -5. Yeah, it is really really cold in here right now.
It's frosty and snowy outside, definitely.
Yeah. All right. So the first topic we have for today is an announcement. Is it an announcement or a reminder? I'm not sure if we talked about it yet. But then
Yeah, I don't know either.
okay, well, call it an announcement. It's an announcement, and we're gonna have an end of the year stream, and it's gonna be exactly 2 weeks from now. So it's just gonna be a regular schedule, but it's not gonna be a regular stream at all. So 2 weeks from now, the 30th of December, we're gonna have an end of the year stream, and it's gonna have the famous, infamous Wooting quiz. And with the Wooting quiz, you'll be able to earn prizes, which kind of change every year. I'm not sure what the prices are gonna be, but then previous prizes I think were special Wooting socks. What else did we have? Do you remember, Tony?
No, the Minecraft caps were for the Woot Up, right? You definitely get a role, I think. There's a disc roll involved.
Oh yeah.
Wootonology.
Yeah.
And you get some, I guess, Discord fame as well, internet fame for knowing a lot about us.
Yeah.
I don't know how useful that is though.
It's not useful at all, but it's cool to have.
Yeah. I don't know if I mean the socks, yeah, I don't know if we had other prizes. Do we have a gift card or something?
I think like every year we try to have, or at least like Eric tries to have some sort of like creative gifts where it's like socks or maybe a sweater or maybe a hat, something like that. Anyway, it's gonna be good. We're gonna try to because also we have Sander now, who's like our YouTube guy, and he's also like more focused on like preparing this live stream, because usually our live stream preparation is literally 5 minutes before we go live. So I'm also expecting, or at least I'm hoping that this one will be a bit more bigger and organized than what you're normally used to. So definitely tune in 2 weeks, 30th of December. I guess it's going to be around 2 or 3 p.m. I guess it's Central European time. So about two hours earlier from what it is now. That's where we're gonna start in 2 weeks, and you can win prizes. And we're gonna also, like usually during the end of the year stream, we kind of reflect on everything that happened this year, and we might like kind of tease something for next year. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We'll see when we get there.
Yeah. Definitely check back and try to win at least. Everyone can participate.
And also a warning, our quiz is not going to be an easy one. It's never an easy one. So I've had like people from like my friends and family trying to participate, and they get a lot wrong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like it's so it's time to brush up on your Wooting lore and get those prizes in 2 weeks.
Yeah, read up everything, like what patents we hold and anything could be asked.
Exactly.
What underwear we wear, who knows?
Yeah.
You know?
Who knows what's going to come back in the stream?
Yeah. Who knows?
One thing is that if you're going to tune in 2 weeks, one tip I have is that what we kind of always do is we always do a little bit like maybe an hour of stream first, and then we do the quiz, and we try to put a lot of like answers to the question kind of hidden in the stories that we tell. And we try our best not to make it too obvious. I mean, sometimes it is a bit obvious, where it's like, let's say you hear the same number about, let's say the first delivery date of the 60HE. If you hear that coming by, or a certain date coming by during the live stream, you can assume that that's going to be a question in the quiz. So that's how you're going to get, you can try to get some freebies.
Yeah. Get some pens and paper, write down some stuff.
Yeah. It's gonna be a real game show.
Yeah, except the hot women that present prizes. Like, I think we can't afford those.
Well, I mean, we have a special surprise. Tony's gonna dress up, and is gonna be our sexy prize lady. No,
oh, I thought you would dress up. What?
He was applying some reverse psychology, where it's trying to force people to actually watch the stream. Nah, I would never do that.
Nah, we wouldn't. No.
Nah. Anyway, 30th of December. End of the year stream. Come join. It's gonna be a fun time. We have a lot of stuff planned for it. And have our annual end of the year quiz with insane prizes. That's it. I'm gonna go through some chat questions to see what I missed. I saw this guy talk about aliens.
Yeah, you got timed out in the server.
I don't know about that one. I'll just leave that up to the mods to handle. We trust and love our mods. It's winning time. Follow message gets blocked. Okay, that should be fixed. All right, there's a bunch of stuff about quality. Where's Wooting 1HE? Maybe sometime. Oh, next topic is going to be about delivery, and I already see some questions about delivery and everything. And I'm mostly wondering, like, I guess a lot of you must have just received a keyboard, right? Like, what is you guys' first impression? I see Argento just got my Wooting a couple weeks ago. Let me say, just absolutely love it. It's great to hear. We could talk about the final mouse keyboard later. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Just got my 60AC last week, Chris says. Great. Waiting for Sokka. Yeah, Sokka is going all according to schedule. Yeah, it's been a pretty good period, because I feel like on one hand there have been issues with shipping, especially in the US, but that's mostly because like this time for e-commerce is just crazy. It's like it's mostly our fulfillment center just trying to catch up on all the orders. But when it comes to the production side of things, those things are actually going according to plan. And even this big batch, I think it's Baker. Anyway, this EU batch that got the air freight got delivered earlier this week, or last week? No, earlier this week, and it was like 3 or 4 weeks before the planned delivery date.
Yeah.
So we're very happy about that. Yeah.
Yeah, more than happy. I mean, it's
And,
always nice to see everything going to plan, especially with the setbacks that we had.
yeah.
It's really nice to see.
Yeah, it's also kind of like a nice, refreshing feeling where, like, normally or at least like when you build or when you start the product and you scale production, like there's so many problems to run into, and to kind of like have everything running now, and actually we set a target and we can also make it. That's pretty
Yeah,
insane.
it's a good feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The only thing that I need to be a bit cautious about is like because of the Christmas period. I feel like there's kind of like this, oh, am I gonna get it before or after Christmas? Like if your delivery's on the line, I would kind of assume it's after, but then I mean it will be a bonus if it's before, of course. But then I just know that delivery businesses are really struggling at the moment. That's what we've been
Yeah.
noticing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just need to all hope that there's not another Royal Mail thing going on
Yeah, no,
somewhere
Roy
else,
said, yeah.
because they just like gave up for a bit.
Yeah. But I actually already saw
Yeah.
somebody say about how we. Oh yeah, the TBTV. He said that I appreciate the UK UPS upgrade. Thanks a lot. And because of the, I'm not sure. So it is with DPD. So I'm not sure if that has to do directly with the Royal Mail strike. I kind of assume it probably does, but then we are. I mean, if you are part of this batch that gets affected by this, you should have gotten an email that we are upgrading all UK orders to UPS instead of DPD, because DPD just stopped delivering, and then by upgrading it to UPS, there's still a big chance you're going to get it before Christmas.
Also, it's a free upgrade. You don't have to pay. You won't get an invoice.
Whoa, that's that. Oh, that's the Christmas spirit. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Tony, aren't you surprised that Caller allowed this?
The free upgrade?
Yeah.
Kinda. Usually he would whip us for such suggestions, but this time he was really lenient.
Yeah. What happened? What happened? Is he also getting the Christmas vibes?
I guess, all the years of Christmas, he's finally, getting in line with everyone, and he finally sees it for what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, Manson raises a good question. Did we even tell Kel? I don't remember telling him.
He just like, he sees this live stream right now and he's like, oh, what happened?
Yeah. We get angry emails and Slack messages. Oh no.
Yeah. So, oh, hello? Yeah.
Hello?
Okay. Oh, sorry. UPS Upgrade Council. Call is called. Yeah, but then that's good. I really hope we can get a lot of it. I really hope we can get a lot in before Christmas. But then
Oh yeah.
but then I actually so before the stream earlier this afternoon, I spent some time with Caller to review the batches that we still have open, and I think right now when we sell from batch. So if you buy the keyboard right now, you will be part of batch sokken or socks in A. Okay, yeah, that's actually and so that, and what's going to be cool about that one is that it's going to produce in January, deliver in February or March. Please don't hold me onto these. Whatever the hub says for you, that's the date. But then and that that batch is not sold out yet. And how it's kind of looking right now with the numbers is that there is potentially a chance that that is going to deliver, and that there's going to be a window already the start of next year where we're going to have some stock. It's not going to be a whole lot, but there is a chance. And then when it comes to the batches afterwards, delivering in March or April, we're definitely going to have stock. So of course, like, it's still good to get your pre-order in early. It's reverse psychology. it's still good to get your pre-order in early, but then but then it's looking like somewhere in March or April next year we should be finally caught up with all the pre-orders.
Yeah.
So that should be pretty good.
Yeah, we'll just all have to pray that no other gaming community finds out and wants this keyboard, because it already happened like
That's
3
true.
times.
Yeah, it seems like we're really kind of cycling through like different games, where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, this, yeah.
But yeah, stock is it's nice to finally have stock, because we plan to have it end of this year.
Yeah,
So it's kind of it's a bit of a bummer that we don't have stock right now.
yeah.
But on the
it
other
is.
hand, it's also still nice to see that we're on track with production, and some
Yeah.
people are getting the keyboards, and we all pray that
All pray.
it comes before Christmas for those who might get it before Christmas. Yeah, would be a nice
Yeah.
present, definitely.
Yeah. But then in general, we don't have like specific updates for batches today, which I think is good, because in general, when it comes to updates, it's more like no news is good news. That means stuff is going according to plan. I think we'll probably aim to get out like another little update video before the end of the year, maybe next week or the week after. And so if you're part of like a batch that has not been delivered yet, like Socken, for example, there's some other names that I don't know from the top of my head, then that will be part of a YouTube update. And I think that's going to come out in like 2 weeks or so. I think we'll still try to get one out before the end of the year. At least I hope they'll do.
We all hope.
Let me see if I have some questions I missed. Socket update, 2% keyboard, sure. Oh yeah, so about the take control step, this is already answered by Manson, where it's like, okay, everybody does get, so the yellow black take control step is part of every single keyboard, but if you get the strap, you are by law required to watch Sander's video about how to properly attach the strap, because if I see one more picture where the strap is not properly assigned, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna cancel productions if I see one more picture, because the amount of creativity, we've seen in attaching the strap is insane. I'm not sure if I should be sad or proud.
Both. Proud to be sad, I guess.
Proud to be sad.
Some people, I really don't understand some people's creativity with this, because they just attach it like the complete wrong way around, like the fabric part through the hook, then the rubber part is just on the other side. It's like, why?
Yeah, and I think it's even made in a way where it's like the loop that you hook it through is not big enough for the cloth, and that's why we have the little attachment in the first place.
Yeah.
So you really need to force it through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I mean, it is pretty entertaining to see how that happens. It kind of reminds me of the classic Linux way to use the wrist vest. Are you aware of that one?
No.
Tony? So
No. Now I need to hear.
So the classic Linux way to use the wrist vest is to use it upside down with the holes facing you.
Oh.
And for some reason, so it's kind of like this running joke where it's like, for some reason, every YouTuber or picture we've seen on Discord where it's like that person is using Linux, they use the wrist vest upside down.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. I'll need to keep an eye out, I guess.
And I don't know why it happens. I also don't know like how it happens, because it's so, I mean,
how can you even use it upside down?
Yeah, it's also pretty uncomfortable, right? Because you have all these like little, you have a flat surface and you have a surface with all holes inside, and then you decide to put your wrist on the surface with all the holes inside. That's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, that's just the Linux mindset. I think that's what we concluded.
Yeah, use everything the one way around. Okay.
Service massager, yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah, and Real Pros they do make the custom strap, yeah.
Has anyone made like a full custom strap yet?
Um,
I haven't seen one.
I also haven't seen one. Yeah, that's a good. That's actually a good question. Oh, Tony,
Flamey
do you have?
has. Oh, post it. Come on, post it.
Yeah, I mean it should probably already be in Discord then, but you should definitely do it. Post it, yeah. What did you make it from? Ristas actually feels kind of nice upside down. Maybe they're onto something. For Mac attacks, Mac attacks just happen to be a Linux user, or
I mean, Mac is also kind of Linux, right? So if they use Mac,
I don't think Linux users are happy if you say it that way.
well, they can all fight me in Discord if they want.
Yeah, sure.
I'll not respond for days.
You can say fight me, and then you just ask people to
Yeah.
spam on Discord, and then you just head out and let the mods take care of it.
Yeah, exactly. Mac OS or Linux over here?
Oh,
Oh no, Mac OS or Linux. Oh yeah, well, it's really weird that you use it upside down, I guess.
yeah. But there are actually creative ways you can use the strap. For example, on my on my wife's backpack here. Now you can see this. Yeah, a little accessory. That's
Oh,
also something you can do.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some people also misuse the wrist rest, I guess, for like ice cube trays. So
Not advised, by the way. Just just to be very clear.
but
it is
some
not
people have
food
done
safe.
it.
I know. I'm just saying, like, please don't do it and then die and sue us. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like you can use it for spanking someone. That's okay, but
It's spank safe. That's what we tested.
Yeah.
That's what we tested.
Yeah.
For spank safe.
We tested on all employees for a few days.
Exactly. Yeah. Especially new employees, they
Yeah,
better
yeah.
to these tests. Yeah. But then not recommended as ice cube tray.
Yeah, no. Please don't. I mean, I do get the point. Like they see the shapes on the bottom, like the holes, and then they're like, "Oh, these would be like very interesting ice cubes."
Tony, you need to stop. It sounds like you're really promoting the ice cube usage of the Wrist there.
No. Don't make I'm not
You're
saying
like,
make ice cubes.
I don't recommend it, but
make
it does
ice
look
cubes.
really good. It does look like really good to make ice cubes. Like I don't recommend it, but it does look really good to look ice cubes.
Maybe we should make a food safe variant, okay?
Yeah. You say make a food safe variant?
Yeah, like wouldn't it be like a nice addition, like a food safe, like ice cube?
I really
tray?
wonder, like what, like, do we need some sort of like extra approval to make it food safe? Like, I wonder if there's like special checks for it or something.
Yeah, I don't know what the like actual like qualification is for silicone cube safe, food safe. That's.
Yeah.
I guess it's like some additives or something.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, and Gosu asks, what happens if you plug in a Wooting 60 and a Wooting 2HC on utility? It will show both keyboards or no. So it will basically take one keyboard or do some undefined behavior. We do have like this sort of like test version internally that supports 2 keyboards or more, or like basically more devices, but it's not live yet. But then if you nicely ask Simon sometimes, then we can definitely release it, because I think it's pretty close to being done already. It just needs to have some tweaks. It's just that most people don't use 2 keyboards at the same time, but we can definitely support it if we get like more requests for it. To call something food safe, you just need to use materials that are generally accepted as safe. That does
So
not sound
silicon is
safe.
accepted as safe. No.
That does not sound safe at
Please.
all.
Yeah, like that's like, oh yeah, we accept this as safe, so you can eat it as well, or make food on it, or anything, you know. It's food
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah. But then, yeah, I mean, Mark said he is kind of like probably the most food expert around. So having an industry in the food, or having a history in the food industry. Matthew asks, why does shipping take so long when you buy a 60HE? So when you buy a 60HE now, the reason it takes so long is because you are buying a pre-order. So the keyboard you buy now, when you buy it today, it still needs to be made. And the reason that we don't have them on stock is because like we got a lot of attention recently, which we're very happy with. But then that also means that we had to take quite some time to really ramp up the production, and we're kind of getting to a point now where we are almost caught up, but then it will still take a few months from like ordering now to delivery. But that's why it takes a bit long. So it's not that we already have them ready to go and it just takes long to ship. It's more like that if you order a keyboard right now, it's a pre-order and it still needs to be produced.
Yeah, like we would love to like ship them immediately. We want you all to use the keyboard. It's not that we don't want you to use them. It's just that we can't give keyboards if we don't have them.
Yeah. Oh, YouTube, I see another person requesting the 2 keyboards at once for utility. Okay, let me make a note about that, because we are like kind of doing. So Simon and I, we are kind of working on doing like. So we kind of jokingly call it the Christmas release, which will just be like a new utility release with like a bunch of like small improvements and little requests here. It's not like a big functionality improvement, but a lot of like nice little things. And I think like having this multiple device support, that could actually be a really nice bonus to try to get in there, because I'm pretty sure Simon already has at least. I'm not saying it's done, but it does work. Yeah. So no promises, but we'll try to get it in there. All right, this guy also talked about custom RGB effects before, right? So yeah, so when it comes to the custom effects, like there are some custom RGB apps that do support the keyboard. For example, is it Artemis? I think
Yeah,
Artemis
now it's
is the big one.
Yes.
Yeah. Artemis is the biggest one right now. Someone can probably post a link in chat about it later. Any word on new keycaps? Yeah, we'll get to the keycaps. Yeah. But first, I need to go to the bathroom real quick. So Tony, can you entertain for 1 second?
Oh, I can entertain all day.
All right, I'll be back.
So, how's all your days been? Except cold? So many questions about batches and deliveries. Yeah, see, it's Jeroen's side that lags. I'm totally fine on my internet here. Totally don't miss my home internet in Germany. I see Manson already handling everything. That's good, that's good. Simon answered the flare tech stuff. Okay. Oh, Jeroen's internet is linked to his phone? That's an interesting theory. Deutsche Post. Artemis-rgb.com is the website for Artemis RGB.
Do we need to post the link? There we go.
Someone tried to post a link, but they weren't a mod, so it got deleted.
Yeah, there we go. This one.
Yeah, that one.
Time to leak all the secrets before Jeroen is back. Too late.
No, I already leaked all of them. Don't worry.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, all the future projects, like the end of the year stream,
The
The
end of the
future.
year stream, the biggest secret we have that nobody should definitely join.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, you haven't heard about the end of the year stream,
Yeah.
and you shouldn't
All
join
no.
on the
all-
30th of December. No.
yeah, at 2
Don't.
p.m. 2 p.m.
Yeah,
Europe time.
don't, no.
There definitely will not be amazing prizes.
No, yeah, no, and we won't have questions for you either, and you don't need to listen to everything we say
No,
because
exactly.
they won't be asked later. The questions, it's
Yeah. Yeah. We definitely have no self-interest in taking these prizes.
Yeah, no promotion for this stream either.
Yeah.
No.
I think I saw a question somewhere that I missed about I think about having a oh yeah, this one. Lardon Latin asked, "Hi, thanks for your work. Do you have a plan to sell kit PCB plus Switch only?" We do have.
I was looking for that question. Oh.
Yeah. I saw that one. If we have a plan, yes, but we have no guarantee nor good indication for a date that we can do it. But then the general approach that we have been taking for the kit plus PCB is that because making a kit of like PCB and switches only is obviously very close to making a full keyboard, because the only difference is the bottom case and some accessories, and that's it. So that means that when it comes to the production and planning the production of it, we do prioritize a fully assembled keyboard first, because that's just easier to sell and easier for people to use. So what you can kind of safely assume is that once we have a stable running stock of the 68C model, then we're going to focus on doing extra things like the kit with the PCB and switches. So that's kind of the main reason. So it is like pretty high up on our list. It's just that because it has this, it obviously uses almost exactly the same components as a fully assembled keyboard. We are prioritizing the fully assembled keyboard because that's just easier for us to, because that's already a production we have running. We already have all the steps set up for it, that kind of stuff. Yeah, again, high on the list. You can kind of assume that once we have a running stock of keyboards, then we're also gonna aim to release a kit. So whenever that is, then that will be, and hopefully that, well, I can't make any promises for that, but then that's kind of the guideline.
Somewhere in the next decade is the answer.
Sure. When do you think you will have enough keyboards? Enough there will be no need to pre-order? So I shared a bit about the different batches before, so I'm not going to go too deep into it, but then basically I'll stop pretty more than we can deliver. That is like the technical answer, but then practically we're expecting to be caught up with the pre-orders March or April next year. That's kind of like when we look at the production planning and if we look at the sales rate and production planning, that's kind of like what is probably going to happen. But then again, there have been, I mean, what we kind of expect also is that when we kind of get closer to delivery date. So now if you order a keyboard, or if you go to the website and you try to order a keyboard, you will get it delivered in 2 months. I think when you go to the website now, it will say early February. And so we kind of expect a lot of people to see that and they go like, nah, fuck this shit. I'm not going to wait until early February and cancel and abort their purchase. So what I am kind of expecting, or at least hoping as well, is that as soon as we are in January or February and it says like, okay, if you pre-order now, it's going to get delivered in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, or maybe even earlier, we're also going to have more people pre-ordering. So making that forecast for this sort of like March, April next year is also pretty hard to get exact, because it's also like the sales rates we have now is with the pre-order periods we have now. And if that becomes less, then probably also the sales will increase a bit more. And what that basically means is that we'll get into an infinite loop where we get closer and closer to having it on stock, but we'll never quite reach it. That's it's a little mythology reference for you guys. Just avoid. What about teasers for new case? If you mean the silicone case, I assume that's what you're referring to, Rocky. Is that we have been trying to make samples of a silicone case because we had a design that we thought would be really cool and would work out quite well. And the conclusion that I'm afraid we had to draw is that it was very cool. It just didn't really work that well. And so we kind of had to put that project on pause because there were some other projects that we had to prioritize. So that's silicone case. The food camera uses for cereal.
That cereal meme won't die, huh?
I mean, that cereal meme is one of the better things I've seen. Wait, is the video already live? Let me check.
I don't know. That's a good question.
No, not yet.
I just
Okay.
loved how angry people got on Twitter about
That was
someone eating
really
cereal
good.
out of a
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah. Yeah, that was one of Sander's finer creations.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I watched Sander's. So for those of you who don't know, Sander is our YouTube guy. So if you see somebody on YouTube that is not Calder, it's Sander. And he famously made this video about how to clean your keyboard. And I mean, you need to see it for yourself, but then he does some like pretty illegal things to his keyboard. And I actually watched like this video of him doing his because he was an intern before, and I think he made this video during his internship, and he showed this intro to this video during the graduation ceremony, and it's an intro of the video is basically him just spilling all things on the keyboard and then also like shaving his beard over the keyboard, and you could see the whole. Like it also had like a very nice shot of the people in the crowd, and they were all like, "Oh, ah." Oh, so good. Oh,
Yeah, he has a creative touch for writing up people, I guess. Videos.
yeah, I know. That's a creative touch. I think that's a nice way to say it. All right, let's talk a bit about keycaps.
White ones?
White ones. So we actually just released some new PPT keycaps, and that is a white version. And the white version is available for pre-order now. It's not available. Or I don't think we have it in stock yet. I actually need to check that before I actually say something wrong. Here we go, keycaps. There we go. Stock expected 21st of December, next week. And so we're gonna have white PBT keycaps, shine through keycaps, very good quality as well. It's also a very nice white. So we, for those of you that have been, I don't think they're in stock yet. At least the store doesn't say they're in stock yet. Wait, why does it say stock? Okay, there's so we have them in US, ANSI US, ISO UK, ISO German, and ISO Nordic. And what is really cool about these keycaps is that they're very high quality. They have Wooting design, so very good design, no ugly gamer fonts. and they also have a very nicely tuned white color. And something we have learned the hard way is that white is not just white. Wait, how do you say that? One white is not like the other white. I would say should say it that way. And we made quite a lot of samples with like different shades of white. And we, with the first samples we had, we basically had one that was too clean, like it was kind of like clean room white, but it really felt like it was kind of like too bright for the eyes and just not really pleasant. And also that keycap had a problem where the light would kind of like bleed through the keycaps, which makes for like a pretty, I don't know, kind of cheap view. And then the other sample we had was we tried a more of a creamy white, and but that was way too creamy, and that even made it feel like the creamy was more like it kind of felt like you have something white, but then it's been in the sun for a few years, that kind of feeling. So it was more like
yellowed plastic.
Yeah, exactly. It was not great. But then then we had a new sample made with like the general direction of just focusing for something right in between the two samples that I just mentioned, and they turned out great. Yeah, I really like them. So they don't bleed any light. They are definitely white in like a clean kind of white and not too creamy, but they are not like bright that it burns your eyes kind of idea. It's kind of hard to describe
a color. It's a very slight warm white.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's a good description. Yeah. So can definitely recommend them. I already posted a link here. You should also, if you have an existing pre-order and you already have keycaps selected, but you're actually more interested in these white keycaps, you can actually go to the hub.wooting.io, and you can change your keycaps there. So if you already have, let me think. If you already have Wooting PBT keycaps, you can change for free. If you have blank keycaps selected, I think you need to pay a slight price difference. I think it's like €10 or $10 from the top of my head. But then I would say that they're definitely worth it. They're very, very good, both from a quality perspective and from a design perspective, which is also very, very important.
Definitely.
And somebody asked in chat if we still recommend the black or the blank mint green keycaps. So I would still recommend them from like a value perspective, where it's like for the price that they sell for, it's quality wise, it's a really good set of keycaps. Like I could definitely recommend them. And the colors that we ended up for them with the mint green, I'm also very happy with how those ended up. The only critical difference between those and what we have branded as Wooting PPT is that the design is not how we would do it, and that's also why we branded them as blank keycaps, which is more like it's a generic mold, it's an OEM mold, so you're gonna have some design aspects that we wouldn't pick if we would have had the choice. I mean, there's a long history of double shot PBT and its challenges when it comes to design, and we can also get into that if somebody's interested. We've already talked about that many times. So in general, I would still recommend them for the value. The quality is great. That's also why we have gotten them initially. It's just that you need to check if the design is to your liking or not. And if you don't really care about the legends too much, then the colors and the quality, they're good. They're very good.
Yeah, I think it's mainly about also color, right? Mint green is something that you don't find all too often.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you want mint green, go for it. But if you really want like a peak design, then maybe go for the Wootings, our own brand.
Yeah, I think that's a good summary. Yeah, and also like especially because now with the Wooting brand we only have black and white, and we don't have the color combinations yet. From what I know so far, is that we're also not actively working on them. We're kind of seeing like with this black and white, we feel like we have a stable base, and we're kind of seeing like what the response will be. But then if the response is good, then we'll definitely try to expand it to more colors as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But then it's not like we're gonna have any new colors popping up anytime soon. Like you can definitely expect a few months to go over before we have any new colors. So if you want color, then blank is still the way to go.
Yeah.
Do the white keycaps have bigger legends than the black caps? The legends are exactly the same as the black keycaps from the ANSI boards. Why do you think they're too small, or? Oh, sorry. I think I missed the question about the heavier springs, right?
Yeah.
Find them a little small. Sorry, let me get to the springs. Was it just asking like whether we're gonna have heavier springs? So we are working on having more spring options, but then our focus generally has been lighter springs. And the reason it has been lighter springs is because it seems that there's more requests for lighter springs. And I'm not 100% sure if we also have any plans for heavier springs, but then when it comes to spring types, in general, we're more focused on lighter versions, because for the lacquer switch, we also already intentionally picked a little bit heavier than your standard cherry mix red. I think it's like 10 gram heavier or 10% heavier, one of the two. But then, I mean, when it comes to heavier springs, we just need more requests for it. So we do have a good supplier now to make additional springs, just like we have done with the lighter springs for now. So we could do it, but then not a lot of requests for it. That's the main thing. How do I get those bright white keycaps? You buy them? Oh. I think.
I mean, depends on if they mean bright white as in like the cold white, the really like
Oh,
aggressive
the one that we cold. That's
think,
that's the good word, Tony. Yeah, that's
yeah,
the word. It was
no,
really cold. That was the color.
yeah. I think we showed them in pictures, but they aren't for sale. I think we only have like the waterproofing sample.
Yeah, we only have a sample. It's not. Yeah. Yeah, and we also can't really sell the sample. Do you have any? George asked on the YouTube chat. We see you guys. Do you have any new batch updates to share with us today? No, we do not, and that's probably for the better.
Yeah, you should all be happy that there's no batch updates. Usually, it's about bad things happening.
Yeah,
not good things.
But then, like Tab Taylor also pointed out, is that, just if you look at the latest delivery date is always in the hub. There's also like a button there to go to the batch updates page. So the latest updates we have is also there, and since there nothing really new has happened. No delays. We should be still set on like making do on all the delivery dates that are now listed for the batches. Yeah, not that much earlier, but also definitely not later.
Yeah.
Mecatech said, I still find the stocks a little heavy, but I'm coming from Apex Pro TKL. Yeah, this is also something that we have heard a lot, and this is also why, like I said earlier, that the more requested thing that we hear is that, okay, they're a bit too heavy. Can we also have lighter ones? So that's also what we're focusing on right now.
That's also why we started with lighter springs in the bag first, because everyone wanted lighter springs.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah. We have actually done, with the FlareTech switch, we have done heavier springs with the sort of a black-like variant. And they also didn't really sell as well, from what I remember.
Yeah, they were the first ones to be gone and not come back, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure the clickies and linears actually got a restock, but the blacks never really did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to spend maybe sometime to talk. I saw some references in the chat here and there to Final Mouse and their keyboard.
Oh yeah.
At least from what I seen, that there's not that much known about it yet. I know there were some leaks maybe like 2 months ago that basically said it's going to be a Hall effect keyboard, probably. It's going to have some sort of like interesting things when it comes to the having this sort of like keyboard wide screen in a way, or where it's like, okay, you can have this whole animation. That's at least what I saw in the video running over the
Yeah.
keyboard.
Mhm.
And I just want to preface this with that I am not, as many people are, a Final Mouse hater. I'm also not a Final Mouse lover, but then there's a lot more things to hate about different gaming companies than Final Mouse, because yes, they play up their whole stick with Twitter. They intentionally limit their supply. They intentionally overprice their products. But then I just cannot deny that they haven't almost single-handedly changed the whole focus of what people are looking for in gaming mouse today. And that is just a fact. Like, to me, that's just a fact. Like, before Final Mouse, and there have probably been people doing lighter weight. So I'm referring to lighter weight mouse, or the more meme version is the mouse with holes, right? They started doing it. I'm not sure if they were the first, but that doesn't really matter. They are the ones that popularized it. And everybody started doing it. That's just a fact. Like, I don't know. Like, you can't deny that. And whatever
Yeah.
you feel about them as a company, I have nothing but respect for them being able to cause such a change in the mouse game. And so I'm also very curious what they're going to come up with the keyboards. It's going to follow the same rules. It's going to be very expensive. It's going to have a limited supply, of course, because that's their thing. But then in general, I'm curious about what they come up with. Like, people are going to buy it anyway. It doesn't really matter what they come up with, because it's a very hype-driven brand. But yeah, at least they try some stuff. There's a lot of companies where there's some, not naming any names, but then there are definitely a lot of companies that have only made their real that their only main contribution to the game is getting standard products from Chinese factories and just labeling their label on it and rebranding it a little bit, and they get a lot of love. So yeah, I really think
It's definitely it will be interesting. Definitely. Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
At least they
breaking
don't
the
make-
mold,
yeah.
it's
I can only
always,
respect
challenging.
I can only respect companies that do not just make straight OEM shit. That's all. That's my general opinion about it.
Yeah.
No
It takes
matter how good.
lot of money and effort to not do the standard stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially coming from we obviously spend a shit ton of time on product development, so we also know how hard it is,
Yeah.
and we also see how blatant some other companies are with just slapping their own brand on OEM products. We've all seen the keyboards that magically all have the same design but just different brands. And yeah, so yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
But we'll see. But then in general, with these kind of things, as always, don't give in to the hype. See
Oh yeah.
if you like the product or not. Do you think like, oh, is this really going to make any difference for my playstyle? The same holds true for our... I shouldn't say that. I should. The same holds true for our keyboards. Like, don't give in to the hype. Look at what we do. See if you like what we do, and then base your purchasing decision based on that. Like, don't just think like, oh, this... There was this post on Reddit.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one? Oh, that's so good.
No, which one are you talking about?
There was this post on our subreddit, and the guy was like, oh, I bought this keyboard, and it was supposed to be, the reviewers told me that it's like an aimbot, but then I actually used it in Valorant, and I got deranked. And I'm like, I'm sorry you believe that, dude, but that just means you're bad. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, like it's always weird that people think buying a keyboard, mouse, or monitor or computer graphics card, whatever, can make you better.
Yeah,
It won't make you better. It will just raise how good, like how
yeah,
your skill can unfold on a system is only
exactly.
raised by its peripherals. Nothing
Yeah.
else. You already have the skill or not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's it.
exactly. Yeah. I think a
Yeah.
very good example of that that exactly playing out is right now in the OSA community or in the OS community, however you want to call it, is that um, there are our keyboard definitely has an up on other keyboards for that particular game. Because if you look at the pro players, they are breaking world record after world record with our keyboard. But then what that doesn't automatically then mean is that you as an Osprey can buy the keyboard and automatically also get better, right? Like that's that's kind of a
Yeah.
slightly different thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like in the beginning, I remember when the OS community like started to hype this, and also Trackmania had the same issue. Where everyone was like, "Oh, this is a cheater keyboard. It helps you, it presses keys for you." But no, it's not how it works. It just
Yeah. I mean,
makes able
it's still a
to
combination
actually
of
be
skill.
better.
Like, of course, like the keyword gonna help you, and we do truly believe in that with rapid trigger and the fast activation point. It does make a difference. It's just not like, oh, you buy the keyboard and then all of a sudden you're gonna be like global elite instead of just being like your silver
Yeah,
rank, right? Like this is not how it
yeah, no,
works.
no. You already have to have the muscle memory to
Yeah.
actually use the features like rapid trigger and tachyon mode,
Yeah.
so they actually can unfold your potential more.
Yeah,
If you're
exactly.
like also like bottom rank, you won't just break world records the next day just
Yeah,
because you
yeah,
have the
exactly.
keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of like yeah. Like I truly believe that what we have is not bullshit, but it's also not like, oh, you buy the keyboard and then it's like uh, three
no, it's not a
ranks
miracle
up. Yeah,
product.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just that we have a good product. We
yeah,
actually like care for it being good, responsive, fast,
yeah. Exactly.
and sure, we might sound like we want to sell you this right now, but the proof is in the pudding, right? People buy it and they love it. Some people
Yeah,
buy it and they don't love it, and that's okay. Everyone has their preferences.
yeah,
Everyone should buy what they feel comfortable with and what
yeah,
they might makes them better or
yeah,
feel better, right?
yeah. But
And
it does kind of show like with this, especially with how like there's so much like hype driven marketing, right? Where this is just a
yeah,
standard, where it's like there's really this feeling like okay, and this is also what they try to do, and this is actually what Final Mouse is very very good at, where how they're trying to make people feel is like I need to get this, and if I don't get this now, then I'm gonna be behind, or I'm not gonna be part of
oh yeah,
something, or I'm gonna be bad.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
But that's the same with like other big brands as well, right? Like Razer and their gamer marketing, where they all like, oh, Razer's a company by gamers for gamers and all that.
yeah,
They try to market on the hype fact, but you never question their product. Like, is it actually like
yeah, yeah,
good compared to other keyboards? You just
yeah,
buy it because you hear about marketing. Same for SteelSeries, Logitech. Same for us in some degrees, evidently with the Reddit post. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, inform yourself before you buy something, like
That's
anything in
true.
general.
That's true. Inform yourself. So the key thing is you inform yourself first, and then you buy a Wooting keyboard. That's the
Yeah,
main message you.
make an informed decision. Yeah.
Oh. um, just looking if we got any questions in the meantime before we started ranting about.
Yeah, someone
Anything more.
won't get 3 rank ups in CS:GO.
Okay, get a
Sorry to
refund.
tell
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can
We
get a
have.
refund. Email us. It will take like 2 seconds because Manson is probably working.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Talking about the 60 right now. Kind of. Yeah.
Oh, did we
Did you
talk
guys talk
software?
software? I
Somewhat.
actually, yeah. I mean, yeah.
We had
I
motility
didn't
for a
want to
second.
talk about too much about software, but then what is still on my list to talk about if we, I'm just kind of pausing a little bit to see if any questions pop up before we jump into the next, topic. So if you
Yeah.
have any questions about keyboards, Wooting, or well, if you have questions about
General
delivery,
life
then
advice. Oh.
General. Can't guarantee that it will be as good there, but sure, sure. Um, can we get solid white lacquer edition keycaps? As in with that, you mean with that particular design, or what are you referring to?
With the snacks or what? Or
Yeah. Yeah.
I
But then
mean,
in
Lacquer Edition
general,
was about the scheme, right? About the color scheme, the Pantones.
yeah. Oh, the take control. That project is still under development, and I think Eric and Mark have already talked a bit about this last time, but then during the stream about how we have been hiring more people. And outside of Tony, we'll still get to talk about it in a second. We also have a new project manager in Taiwan. Her name is Vanessa, and she is a very experienced project manager. She also has worked with different, not necessarily, I mean, it's technically a keyword company. It's more like iPad keyword company. And she is doing like more project management. And she is basically the person that we have never had before, where it's like if we have a project like Take Control, where there's, even though it's like a relatively easy project, there's still quite some steps that you need to sort of go through and follow up and get the samples and approve the samples and the packaging, blah, blah, blah. She's doing all of that. So there's definitely going to be more movement when it comes to when it comes to that project. Does Techion mode still freak out with custom cables? We haven't like changed anything, so it's just going to be the same as before, where it's like if you're going to have really long custom cables, then the general advice is to lower your brightness to make sure it doesn't freak out. You can still perfectly use it. Just lower your brightness a little bit. We recommend in general going to 50 to 60%, and then it should be fine. Yes, but I would love the color. It would go great with the snackback keycaps that I have. Wait, aren't you just talking about the white PBT keycaps that I just posted? Have you seen those?
Oh, they probably don't have the Lacquer Edition keyboard then. They only bought the snackback modifier kit. You could just use the normal white keycaps we sell then, the PBT kits.
Yeah.
That's basically that's almost it, except for like some F keys that are yellow on the Lacquer Edition keyboard. Or some Pantone color, I don't know.
Reply. Oh, here we go. Just posted the link to the store.
Yeah, just combine them with the white keycaps and you will have basically the same.
Yep. Konnichiwa. Is there ever going to be an update that you can have different set rapid triggers like actuation? As in like different rapid trigger settings per key?
Oh, yeah, I think many people want that. They want like some keys with more range, some keys with less sensitivity and all that.
Right.
And
yeah, I think the main thing we do have is that you can disable it per key. Disable says enable it per key. With the general idea being like, okay, there are some keys that you would want it for, some keys not. And I think when it comes to the per key setting, I'm not sure if there's any like particular firmware limitation where we can or cannot do it.
Well, I think the main limitation would be RAM, right? Because we have to load it somewhere. So
Right.
I think the AVR CPU boards, so the Wooting 2s right now, and the first batch of 60HEs wouldn't really be able to use that.
Yeah.
But anything we make now, so the 60HE ARMs would definitely
be able
still
to
have some room. I don't know if it's enough though. That's like a question for Simon.
Yeah. Oh, so Taylor, about the keycaps is that so just to get the full story is that the Lacquer Edition keyboards, the Lacquer Edition keyboard keycaps, they were not backlit because they were diced up PBT. And the same with the snackbacks that you have now. This is also why we could have like this sort of fun and custom design. So the snackback that you have, those are not shine through, right? Like you cannot see the legends with the RGB backlit, but the ones that I just posted, the white keycaps, they are so-called backlit, so they will show the RGB through. But then the Lacquer Edition keycaps, they were not shine through, and that is with because of the manufacturing process they were made with. What is you guys' subjective opinion on Rapid Trigger and Tachyon? I mean, we just already talked a lot about it. I think like I mean before like we were just, I mean, partly joking, partly being serious, but then I think our general subjective opinion is that it is good. It gives you an actual advantage, especially with Tekken with the input speed, and especially with Rapid Trigger. Like it does give you an advantage with that more instantaneous or more sensitive release. That is also something that there has not been enough focus on yet. How it's like, okay, it's about pressing the key, but especially about releasing the key as well. But then also what we said before, do not buy the keyboard and then make a Reddit post later that you don't immediately go a few ranks up and that you're disappointed with the keyboard. Like it's not a magic bullet, right? Like with anything,
Yep.
it's a tool. It's
But
gonna
that's
make
an
you perform a
objective
bit
opinion.
better. What I just said?
Yeah, subjective
That's
is
true.
like more how you feel about it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Or
So
or do you not want to talk so we sell more? Is that it?
no, I mean I just want to be realistic. I think okay, so wait, but subjective is like wait, objective
Yes.
is the factual one, right?
Yeah, and
Wait,
subjective is like
so it's
your own
subjective, so
opinion.
you're trying to make a joke. Okay. Subjective, it's the best. It is a keyword revolution, and I mean it is kind of like a keyword revolution, to be fair.
Yeah, it
Um,
is.
but then
But on the other hand, like,
subjectively, okay, subjectively, my personal opinion,
yeah,
it is by far one of the best things that has come out for mechanical keyboards in recent history for gaming. That is no joke. That is like,
yes,
that is very genuine. Because
I
the
feel the
only
same. Yeah,
thing that we've had before was mechanical keyboards that just have terrible input latency because of the way the keys are structured. And then I guess maybe optical ones, but then to actually have something where you can customize and make your keyboard more responsive when it comes to activation point and rapid trigger, that is, I mean, it's really good. I don't know what to say.
oh yeah, like I think sure you can always like increase the polling rate of the keyboard, you know, that make that number go up, monkey brain happy.
Yeah.
But I think rapid trigger and in general like how we make keyboards has definitely improved the market, and we see that other companies want to actually like go the same direction. They
Yeah.
see the benefit. Like Steel Series, they also do Hall effect now, and
Yes.
I just personally feel while I don't need it, like I disable Tachyon and rapid trigger and set my actuation point to 1.4 millimeters and all that, and disable the gamepad. I basically just use it for typing and coding. But I can see how people actually like benefit from this, especially like for rhythm games, driving games, flight sims, whatever like can use advantage of either of the features, like
Yeah.
rapid trigger or controller. I can see how people actually benefit from this.
Mm.
Just having it, it's not a gimmick. It's an actual feature. It works. You just have to like you need a use for it, so it's useful.
Yeah, and also like I mean, you setting it to 1.4 is already higher than what most stock mechanical switches are, which is 1.8, 1.9.
Oh yeah,
Only
like
Cherry.
the adjustable actuation is good.
Oh,
But I could get the same on like an optical keyboard, right? It's just the typing feeling is also nice. I just like the lacquer switches that we have.
that's also true. Yeah.
That's like the main reason. It's not really the tech, the underlying tech. It's more like that the switch just feels really nice.
Mm. It's nice.
It's a really lacquer
Smooth.
switch, you know?
Lekker.
Yeah. Yeah, it's lacquer.
Oh. Yeah, a lot of game keyboards come with 5 to 22 latency between input from debounce. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then even if they try to solve that, and even if they change to a Cherry speed switch with lower activation point, you're still going to have the full travel. So when you actually release the key, you still need to go all the way back up before it's released.
Yeah.
It's just not good.
No.
Okay. It's time for... Well, we've already been going 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it was on the list.
Oh, no, we could skip it. It's okay.
No,
I'll
we're
be
gonna
here
skip it.
for. I'll be here for Christmas stream as well. That we haven't announced yet. On
Okay,
the
okay.
30th of December against like around 2 p.m. You could join and maybe no more.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's actually good. Yeah, so we had on the list to also like talk a bit about Tony and how he got to Wooting and how he's been loving his work so far, of course. Um,
Yeah, of course,
of
yes.
course, of course. But then, since we've already been going almost 1.5, we're gonna save that until the end of the year stream.
I mean,
So
at the end of the year stream, we have some other people there as well, right? Who can give their opinions,
that's true.
like
That's true. We do love
Sander and
opinions.
Mark. So we can like
Yeah,
have some good opinions going.
yeah. We especially like objective opinions.
Oh yeah, only objective, no
Yeah,
subjectivity at all.
exactly.
I sound like I'm German. No, I'm not
No, no,
German.
no, no, no. He's not German. You're mistaken.
Yeah, no, no.
No.
Okay.
So Wooting is a bit more
Let's
accurate than
solve
the
that.
tracking of the packet. No, tracking is always leading. By the way, as a Linux gamer, thanks for having keyword the software that doesn't ban us to the shadow realm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Uh,
we might also make a macro software that doesn't ban you to the shadow realm and makes
yeah,
you able to use your keyboard fully on almost any OS.
yeah.
Who knows?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Wait, I saw. Oh, you prefer without backlit? The ones I just posted, they are backlit. But the Lekker edition was not backlit. Yeah.
Oh, if you prefer it without backlight, white will be tricky. We don't have white without backlight anymore.
No, I don't.
I
I
mean,
mean,
you
we
you
don't have
could.
any keycaps without backlits. No,
Oh,
because
right. Fuck.
we don't sell the Lekker edition keycaps.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. No, I mean, you could go on eBay and buy a really expensive lacquer edition to get the
yeah,
keycaps.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you remember that one time that we did try to? So we had this plan originally to sell the Lekker edition keycaps, and then we
oh,
retracted that. Do you
I
remember?
was part of that where I got really angry that other people were able to buy the lacquer keycaps.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But like
That
after
was
I got the
interesting.
keyboard, I was like, why did I even get angry? This is so dumb. They should have just
Yeah,
sold the caps. I felt
that's
so bad, and then I never
that's a
talked about it.
little bit of Wooting history. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
No, no, I
I can
feel.
also I also understood. I think also because the Lekker edition keyboard was such a because it was such a long running project as well. Um, like there were quite a few delays, obviously. Um, so I can also understand that there was a bit of a different difficult time period. So,
Yeah, I mean, I at the time I was able to understand, like limited run keyboard keycaps that are only for that keyboard. No one else has them.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's a thing where we could have made a whole theme out of it. That was the plan, right? Have a whole like lacquer themed product line.
I mean, we still
With
ended
like,
up like doing that with the Lekker Switch, right? Because
with,
the Lekker Switch also has that. I mean, that was also always the goal to have this Lekker edition, where it's like, okay, this is the platform that we
yeah, but
use to build the Lekker Switch next
people
to Tony.
could buy lacquer keycaps for their 60HE now, right? Or in the future, if
Oh, I
we
see
ever
what you
make
mean.
other form factors for that as well.
Yeah.
So you would have an actual like theme going through all the keyboards, and
Mm,
now that's kind of ruined.
right.
I'm also not sure how feasible it is to reproduce them because it's
Yeah,
dice
yeah, I
up
see what you
and
mean.
all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
it's just,
essentially, you're saying that the community ruined this for everybody.
um
That has never happened before with the Discord community.
in my opinion, yes. The community has kind of ruined it. Like
No,
being part of the community back then, I wasn't an employee.
yeah.
I kind of ruined it as well. So yeah,
Yeah,
kind of sad.
and also just for the record, you're also not just saying that because we actually employ you now, right?
No, 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 no. Like I actually felt bad. Like when I got the lacquer keyboard, like waiting like over a year, and then
Right.
like the ship got stuck in the Suez
Yeah,
Canal
but it
and
was
all that shit.
also 2 years, I think, even.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then after the wait, I was like, why the fuck did I disagree to like just sell these dumb keycaps to everyone? They're so fucking
right.
good. Everyone should have them. And and I really feel that, like not as an employee,
Interesting.
but as a customer. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Being pretty solid about how it turned out. You mean the Lekker edition in general, or the that particular story with keycaps? Yeah. Seneca 62. Yeah, that was yeah, it was also such a wild time because we, for that Lekker edition, I felt like it was pretty dumb to not sell keycaps. Yeah, I mean, I think at the end it did work out fine because dice subbing keycaps does come with like a whole set of different challenges. So I think it's probably fine it ended up this way. There was also some things with the Lekker edition keycaps where they did bleed a little bit of the light. This is also what we were very aware of when it comes to making these new white keycaps. This is also something that we learned from the Lekker edition. So I think in general it did end up fine. But then there was definitely more, let's say, community backlash than we anticipated back then, I'd say.
No, take control by 2029, Manson. Oh, that's very generous of you. 7 years for Keycaps. Take control is also dice up, right?
Yeah, it's also dice up, yeah. But
yeah,
it is a different supplier.
Yeah, but then on the other hand, take control also doesn't really, like, we already learned from the first set of dice up.
Yeah.
So it's always like the first time you do something is always the most challenging because you don't know
True.
anything about it.
Yeah.
So running into things like our warp space bars that we had with the snack bar and the light bleed, that's just things you don't really like know until you have the product.
Yeah.
And then it's already too late. You already have like 1,000 keycap sets. What you gonna do? Like throw them away? No.
Yeah.
So I think we'll do better on the take control. Maybe not with the time, but we'll do better in terms of.
I mean, the take control is already looking better, especially with the samples that we've seen.
Oh yeah.
The supplier is also really good that we work with now.
Yeah.
Does the web utility rely on USB API? Yeah. It uses the
web only Chromium.
Yeah, only Chromium and Chromium-based browsers, which is most browsers nowadays.
Yeah,
I guess.
Anything that is Chromium version 89 or higher is capable of using web utility.
Yeah. And all those secret Chromium browsers out there. Chromium
like so secret. There's only Firefox, Safari, and everything else is Chromium. So
yep.
I mean, no. There's Internet Explorer. I forgot almost.
Well, I mean, nowadays they don't even do that anymore. They just do Edge, and that's also Chromium browser now, right?
Also USB. Oh no, Web Edge AD, not USB. And Web Edge AD is 89 as far as I know.
Yeah, Web Edge AD, yeah.
I did some a lot of research on like what Chromium versions worked, and 89 was the one I found was the lowest to work. Yep. Also, I think 89 is available for Windows XP. So for all those XP gamers out there, you're good to go. You can still use your wooden keyboard.
I do have this friend who is like, he famously so he kept using a CRT screen. And now it doesn't sound that crazy anymore because only in like recent few years there's been like more and more hype about CRT screens. But he was using like CRT screens in like 2016, 2015 still, where like everybody was really aborting those. And then he was also still using Windows 2000. And he was using like all these like DLL hacks and that kind of crap to like still have his games running.
Oh god!
And apparently there's this whole community online of like these people still supporting all kind of new stuff with Windows 2000.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I also had a CRT screen for the longest time, and I even carried that thing to like LAN parties with friends.
Oh wow, yeah.
Unbearable.
So heavy,
yeah.
But then he actually recently upgraded. And you know what he upgraded to?
19-inch 3x4 TFT.
He upgraded his Windows to Windows 7.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Damn. I mean, now he could almost use Linux, couldn't he? And then just get the Windows NT 2000 theme going. With Proton and all that.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Maybe I should just that sometimes,
Yeah. Well...
Alright, and Brave user, you can you can always download the utility. Utility web is a little bonus, but then if you don't want to use it, then You always
Yeah.
have the utility. We support both.
Yep.
All right. I think that's gonna be it for today.
Yeah.
It was a fun stream. Enjoyed it a lot. We've been going for 1.5 hours. Low utility. Yeah, it's an Electron app. Yeah, exactly. So if you still have questions about it, then sounds like you missed most of the stream. Yeah, if you just jumped in, you did miss most. Yeah,
I mean,
I mean-
as soon as the stream ends, you can rewatch it.
that's true.
Have fun.
But then you can't ask questions anymore.
Nah.
I mean, if you have questions about utility, you can also always ask them in Discord.
Yeah.
Or catch the. You can always watch the VOD on YouTube as well. Okay, what? Yeah, you should definitely join the Discord. Wooting.io/Discord. One more time. Oh, wow, Mark, that's speedy. If you ask on Discord, be sure to pick my answer on this question. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Please.
Especially with their
Especially shipping questions. Just all to mention.
All right, so one more time. 2 weeks from now, the 30th of December, Wooting end of the year live stream. We're gonna have.
Oh, I didn't even know about that. What?
Let me tell you, Tony. I don't know if you heard.
Damn.
In 2 weeks,
Yeah.
end of the year live stream.
Oh, damn. 30th of December?
30th of December.
Oh, damn. 2 p.m.?
2 p.m. Central Europe time.
Oh, damn. And everyone should watch and make notes on things we say because it might get asked later in tests.
Yeah. And did you know that you can win prizes?
Oh, damn. Like socks and hats and sweaters and
Sacks.
stuff?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know
damn.
exactly which one, but it's gonna be something like that.
Oh, damn. That sounds interesting.
That sounds like something you would want to attend, doesn't it?
Yeah. That sounds like I should be there.
You should be where? Twitch.tv/wooting_live.
Yeah, and
Or
the
maybe
YouTube
YouTube.
link I don't have.
Oh, you can also watch on YouTube. Wow,
Damn.
yeah, that's so good. And did you know that we're gonna have everybody there in different form formats? Like we're gonna have. Yeah, so we're gonna have me, Kalle, and Erik, and I think like most people that are in Holland or around Holland, a lot of them are going to be on location, and of course we're also gonna have people call in.
Oh, damn. That sounds sounds good.
Technology.
Cool.
Yeah. And again, let me give you a pro tip, Tony.
Oh, yeah.
So if you end up watching this end of the year live stream on the 30th of December at 2 p.m. Central European time,
Yes.
where you can win prizes. So let's say you end up watching that stream.
Yeah.
Then there's going to be a quiz about halfway during the stream. But then what we usually do, and this is a secret tip, I don't know if you heard about this before. This is very secret.
Yeah. Tell me. Yeah.
We kind of like give away some of the answers.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You sure you're allowed to tell me?
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to tell you.
Oh, fuck.
But
Well,
then-
everyone keep it as a secret, please.
Sometimes before the quiz, we kind of like try to sneak some answers in there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you happen to hear any like dates or numbers, you need to write them down.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Cool.
No, what's it for sure? You mean the Woody Year live stream?
Oh, yeah. On the 30th of December, 2 p.m. Okay.
Okay. I think that's it, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
Happy
much for
weekend,
watching.
Bye.
Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll see each other again in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
30th
2
of
weeks from now.
December. What
End of
time?
the year stream. Yeah.
What
2
time,
p.m.
Tony? 2 p.m.
2 p.m. I think. Yeah.
All right. See you.
Bye.